The love of dinosaurs is something most of us have in common, and if you have kids, I'm sure you're used to talking about dinosaurs and probably know more about them now than you've ever thought possible. Today, Everett was pretty excited since our adventure was going to take us to see some dinosaur tracks. This amazing and unique paleontological site is located in the Warner Valley of Utah and is home to one of the most important fossil sites in this part of the country. So you don't know how to get there? Well, let me tell you, getting to the Warner Valley Dinosaur Tracks is easy. The site is located just off of Utah Highway 7 and can be accessed by taking the Warner Valley Road exit. The road is fairly easy and doesn't require the use of four-wheel drive. It's pretty much just a long gravel road. And just for our normal public service announcement is when the road is wet, it may be inaccessible to some vehicles and four-wheel drive may be required. It's unlikely, but you should keep that in mind depending on your vehicle. Once you've reached the site, you'll park in a dirt parking lot and spot the trail leading towards the cliffs. Don't worry, the hike is super short and it is nothing strenuous. As you can see, the trail takes off across the flats as it leaves the parking area at a very gentle slope. As you can see here from our Gaia stats, the distance one way is about 0.21 miles, so about 0.42 round trip, so it's not too far of a hike. The elevation gain is basically none. However, you will go up a hill, back down a hill, and you'll have to come back up that hill, so really you are getting some up and down along this trail to get to this site. As you can see here, it is not entirely flat. There are a few little ledges to climb up, but there's something that you can usually do, so if you're capable of doing steps, this is still a doable hike for you. The trail will eventually start making a small descent down into where the site is located. If you look there on the right of this video, you'll see the actual site down below, and you're just going to keep going towards it slowly as you descend down this little hill. This is the steepest section of this trail, which you will have to climb back up to get to your vehicle, but honestly it's pretty mild and it's an enjoyable hike. However, please note, there is no shade on this hike, so we advise to do this either in the early morning during the summer or in the late evening, depending on what season you're here. As you can see, we're wearing jackets and long sleeves for this hike. Normally, this hike is open all year round except for when the weather is not cooperating. The tracks that you are looking for are stretched upon this slick rock slab. At the far end, you'll find this kiosk. Some of the tracks are more obvious than others, but the best thing to do is to start at the kiosk and study the map that they provided there on the right. This makes it a lot less harder to identify the tracks that are harder to see. With over 400 tracks at this site, sadly most people are only able to recognize a couple dozen that are complete and distinct in this area. According to this sign, most of these have been made by the Dilophosaurus or the Megapnosaurus. So let's go find the tracks now. Right there.
There you go. That's a track. See it right there, Everett?
Figured the ones on this side are probably easier to see.
And another.
Yeah, there's another one. Oh, you can kind of see the indentation here.
I saw it.
Goes all the way over there, see?
I don't care.
See, Everett, they went this way. Little bird tracks, basically. And then here, there's another one. See?
Yeah.
Little dinosaur tracks.
They brushed it off.
Yeah, they brushed the dirt off when they found them. And they fade over time, so they were probably, when they first found them, a lot easier to see than they are today. But yeah, you can see them. It's just harder to... Their map is helpful. I was like, I'm looking for a V. A V. I was like, well, if we find the V, we'll find a bunch of them. So right there, right there.
That's a V.
Oh, here's one right over here, look. Right in the shadows, right there. There's one right there.
Oh.
That's that that first one. The, well, whatever, the Meg something saurus.
Dinosaurs.
Okay, hold on. That's that other dinosaur, right? Because he's got wider feet. It's that spitting one, the one that starts with D. Good job. Look at these. These are good ones, Everett. Good job.
Look. And look, right here.
Yeah.
It's cool.
They're big. Start where you found them, Everett. And if you follow them, you can see where they stepped. Aren't they big? Yeah, so this is that spitting one.
How'd you like to meet him?
Right, and then it goes to there, and so that's how far his stance was, I'm guessing.
Oh my. Wow. Very cool. See, that's worth seeing there.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
I
pretty
found-
neat. You did. He's
You
huge.
did.
He's a heavy one.
Everett's review. What does Everett think of the dinosaur tracks in Warner Valley?
I like them.
Are they hard to find? A little bit, huh? But once you find them, you just kind of follow them like a dinosaur walked, right? Yeah. Which ones were your favorite, the bigger or the small ones? Those ones? Yeah.
I found them.
Good job. If you're ever in this area, make sure to stop by the Warner Valley Dinosaur Tracks. The site is a great way to learn about the history of these incredible creatures and explore the beautiful landscape of the area. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.